Black Visions TV.
Hey, my name is Cole J. You're watching Black Visions TV, and right now I've got the graduate to actually sit right next to one of the most popular ladies, especially when I was growing up. Her name is Tatyana Ali. She's an actress, activist, and everything else that's beautiful. How you doing?
That's sweet. I'm well. How are you?
I'm very good. So probably about 10 years ago was like last time you came to London, right?
Yeah, it was. I put out an album called Kiss the Sky when I was still in high school, and I came to London quite a bit for that. The singles were Daydreamin' and Boy You Knock Me Out. I think Boy You Knock Me Out was the one that was really popular here.
I do like the Daydream. I think the Daydream one I put on my Slow Jams mixtape. I had to put it on there.
I'm on your Slow Jams mixtape?
You are on my Slow Jams mixtape.
I'm very honored. That's like intimate, special time. Yeah. I mean, that sounds weird, but you know what I mean.
Don't worry, I'll actually pass you over the details after this interview, yeah? Okay, so obviously we're here right now because you now got a brand new movie out called Home Again. You want to just give like a little synopsis about like the whole film?
Home Again tracks the story of three people, one from the United States, one from the UK, and one from Canada. My character, Marva, is Canadian for all intents and purposes, but each one of these characters, for different reasons, they get into trouble, some of it paperwork trouble, some of it criminal trouble, and they get deported back to Jamaica. And it's something that's been happening since the 90s. This is something that's happening all the time. It's happening right now. And it's a really powerful film. It's emotionally a roller coaster. I think it's intense, the message that it has, but it's also very entertaining at the same time. And I think it does what stories are supposed to do, which for me, stories are supposed to create empathy in the people that are watching it, so you feel like you've walked in somebody's shoes. And it's an emotionally charged film. I feel like this is the third screening I've gotten to see. So I've seen it in Canada at the Toronto Film Festival. I saw it at the Pan-African Film Festival in California, and now I'm seeing it here with this audience. And it's actually the most fun part is to watch how people react to the film.
Okay.
It's really visceral.
Okay, and what kind of response have you actually got from people actually watching the film?
Well, for some people, they feel like it's their story being told, or family members that they know, friends that they have. For other people, I mean, there's my character story, Marva, is a mom of two young children. She's deported to Jamaica, which is where she was born, but she was raised in Canada. She believes she's Canadian. Right. And she's thrown there there are no social safety nets for people when they're sent there. She has to make her way for herself, and she's there without her children. And so her story is to bring her children back to her. So there are a lot of different, and all the stories are different. There's a lot of different levels and ways that people can relate to it.
Yeah, because I did actually look at the trailer myself, and that's actually really enticed me to come and really see that film, because I think the reason why a lot of people are probably going to be interested in watching it is because it's something that is current. You know, it's something that's actually happening every day.
It's happening here in the UK. It's happening in Canada. In America, when I was reading the script, it was exactly what was going on in the United States with Mexican Americans. And some of the policies that the characters suffer from are policies that people were heavily debating. There were laws even made in Arizona where literally families would be ripped apart. And I think one of the really powerful elements of this film is it shows how barbaric these policies really are when they're put into place. Yeah. We like to form our borders where we form them, but you're at the end of the day, you're talking about people.
No, yeah, I really understand that. I think even around this time in London, around this time of the year, it's actually Black History Month. And again, I've done my homework on her. You know, I've done my homework on that real good. I know about your African American bachelor degree. Congratulations with that.
Oh, thank
So it kind of like it can really kind of really intertwines with this movie as well, doesn't it?
It does. It's my degree is actually in political science with an emphasis in Afro American studies. So you're right. But
I was nearly there. I was nearly there.
yeah. But it does, and surprisingly, that degree comes into play a lot as an actor, more than I thought it would have. I thought I was learning something different when I went to college. Like, I'm gonna, I've been acting for so long. I was like, I want to see what else I'm good at, and surprisingly, it comes into play in every character I play. I guess because every character I play is in some way a black girl.
All right, so I understand that you do have like a Trinidadian background, and that's where, that's like the whole basis of where the movie is about.
Yes.
Yeah, so really, how did it feel you actually going back and actually, filming, and do you still have family back down there?
Well, the film actually takes place in Jamaica.
Okay.
And we shot Trinidad to look like Jamaica. My father is from Trinidad. He came to the United States when he was about 18 or 19. And I'm like, wait, I know the actual answer to that. And so it was incredible. I'd visited a few times, but it was nice to be there for a month and to really live there and create memories of the place, grown-up memories on my own. What was also really amazing is that this is the first full-length feature film from a foreign distribution company being shot in Trinidad. Yeah. And there were apprentices all over the set. So we had this incredible Canadian film crew, really masters at what they do, shooting this film. And in every single department, from hair, makeup, wardrobe, lighting, the grips, electric, there were Trinidadians learning the art of filmmaking. And now there's a whole structure set up, a whole infrastructure in Trinidad that didn't exist before. So it's a cool movie. It did a lot. It's very multidimensional.
So basically, not just a movie, but it's actually really educated people. It's even created jobs for people out there who never really had that before.
It created jobs there in Trinidad, and here, you can see it here. People say that there isn't, when there are films with predominantly black casts, whether it's in America, oftentimes they're romantic comedies or wherever. When people are trying to get these movies made, the thing that they always hear is, there's no market for that. There's no foreign market for that movie, so we're not going to give you the money. And foreign markets are very important when it comes to funding films. This screening is important because it shows that in order to have a market, you have to create a market. And that's what's being done here tonight. It's really important. Stories matter. They tell us who we are. They tell us who we can be, what we've been through, where we're going to go. And that's why, that's why we're all here.
I'm really excited to watch this movie. I really am.
You have to go into the theater.
Seriously, straight after this, I'm gonna go straight in there. All right, so really, other than the music and the movies, what other projects are you working on right now?
I'm working on my music right now. I'm gonna put an EP out in January on my birthday, January 21st. It's called Hello, and I'm releasing it independently, and it's gonna be like 4 to 6 songs, and that's pretty much what I'm working on now.
It's 4 to 6 songs.
They're good songs.
No, because it's not that, because obviously from like the first album that I saw, even I still got that album.
Different. I was 17. It was done with a record company. It was done in a completely different way. Yeah. I maybe did a little bit of writing on a couple songs. These songs are, it's different. It's just like a different thing. And it's the point is I just want people to hear it. So that's why I don't know. I want to connect to people in that way, and it's just different.
So Tatyana Ali back on the music scene one more time, yeah?
Yeah, it's going to be called Hello is the name of the EP.
Ah, brilliant, no problem. You also was like a spokesperson for Barack Obama as well. Is that right?
I was a volunteer in the campaign, and there were thousands of volunteers. And because, colleges, I did a lot of voter registration. I was like the chick with the clipboard outside of clubs and wherever people were to make sure that they got voted. Yeah, that they got registered and voted.
Okay, and how was the whole experience for you?
It was amazing. It was, yeah, it changed everything. It changed my perception on a lot of things.
Okay, I believe also in like 2011, you also, I think you was given the award for Black Girls Rock for BET.
Yeah.
So how was that whole experience for you, and how did you feel from that?
It was incredible. Beverly Bond is a founder of Black Girls Rock, and people know it as an award show. But way before it was an award show, it's an actual camp, a summer camp for Black girls from around the world, and it's a self-esteem and self-awareness camp, and it's an absolutely beautiful project that she's made. Black Girls Rock. I got the Young, Gifted, and Black award, and it was the first time I've been. People know me from Fresh Prince or whatever, but like I was never like cool. You know what I'm saying? When I was little and growing up, like I wasn't cool. I told you when we sat down, like I read, I did my homework on set. I was a dork. I was like nerdy. I was never like cool.
Yeah.
Even as a grown up, getting that award from Beverly's organization, which is televised on BT, it was the first time my mother, my sisters were there with me. I was awarded for my work in education. I was awarded for the work I do in self-esteem work that I do with young women. And it was the first time that I felt really accepted for who I really am. And the reason I share that story, my very personal story, is that that's the power of Black Girls Rock. That's what she's doing for girls all over the world that get to see these incredible women honored. And she's so careful. There's so much integrity. She's very careful in who she allows to perform at this award show, the words that they're saying, because it's all about images and it's about the mirrors that we put up. Who's around you and what you hear, that's who you end up being. And I think it's really powerful that an award show like Black Girls Rock is on BET.
Yeah, that's really, really amazing, man. Well, I think there was really one more thing that I wanted to ask you. Just moving back over to like the projects which you were working on, you also really involved with like the youth work. So you want to give me like a quick little lowdown about that?
I speak at colleges and high schools, and I especially love working with young women, like I was talking about. It's just a part of, I found that it's almost like my real work. I mean, performing is my work too, but I don't know, I just really enjoy it. Like I love talking to young people, and my journey it's required a lot of perseverance, and I've learned a lot of things along the way. Like I've been around a lot of things, like ups and downs and awesome people and not so awesome people. And I just like to share those experiences and let young people know that they can really do anything that they envision and anything they dream about if they're willing to work hard enough and cultivate their mind.
Okay, and I mean, really, just one question for me personally: do they call you Tatyana, or did they call you Ashley?
It's 50-50.
I knew it would be.
It's 50-50. Sometimes it's Ashley, and I don't get mad at Ashley because, like, I don't know, she was cool and people like her. And I feel like if I was destitute on the street and I needed a sandwich, I feel like someone might give Ashley Banks a sandwich before they gave me one. So yeah, it's 50-50.
I thought so. Well, Ashley, or whatever. Thank you for coming through. Thank you for talking to us.
Marva.
Marva.
That's my character in Home Again, Marva.
That's a character in Home Again, Marva. Home Again with Tatyana Ali. A brilliant film about deportees. It's very, very current. You definitely need to go watch it. I'm going to go watch it as well in a minute. In fact, me and you both going to watch it together. Is that right?
Yeah, sure.
Let's go do it. Black Visions TV, Cole J, we're signing out.